It all started with a cough, just a little tickle in the back of the throat, spreading through the crowded streets of Deadwood, a once bustling city lost in the shadows of abandoned factories. The kind of place where people came to disappear, hoping to start over. But something far darker was about to begin. Meet Alex Monroe, a former journalist in his late 30s, now a delivery driver. He'd come to Deadwood seeking peace after losing his family in a tragic accident. Life had turned into a routine. Wake up, deliver packages, go home. Until the morning, he saw the first signs. As he loaded his van, he noticed the stillness. No morning rush, no birds. Streets usually filled with noise, and movement felt abandoned. He chalked it up to the fog, rolling in from the nearby river. His radio crackled. Unexplained flu-like symptoms spreading. Stay indoors. The first encounter. By noon, Alex was halfway through his deliveries when he saw her. A woman stumbling down Fallow Street, her clothes torn, eyes glazed. She moved with a jerky, unnatural gait. He rolled down his window to ask if she needed help. Big mistake. She turned, eyes empty, yet filled with a terrifying hunger. Before he could react, she lunged at the van, hands clawing at the glass, her mouth twisted into an inhuman snarl. Not sick, infected. He sped off, heart pounding. The woman's face burned into his mind. But that was only the beginning. The city falls. By nightfall, the city was in chaos. Screams echoed through the alleys. The infected were everywhere. Neighbors, friends, all turned into mindless, ravenous predators. There was no warning, no evacuation plan, just panic. Alex barricaded himself in his small apartment, heart pounding as shadows passed by his window. He checked his phone. Messages from people begging for help, then silence. Networks went down. The outside world had gone dark. Then came the knock at the door. Faint, desperate. It was Mia, a teenager from the building, eyes wide with terror. "They got my family. Please, help me." He couldn't say no. They barricaded the door together, listening to the moans growing louder outside. Mia told him the infection wasn't just a disease. It was something older, something hungry. Legends whispered by her grandmother about an ancient curse that once consumed villages in a single night. Deadwood's name. "It's not a coincidence," she whispered. The escape plan. With supplies running low and the infected closing in, Alex knew they couldn't stay. Their only hope, the Bridge of Dawn, an old railway bridge leading out of the city. Rumors said the military had set up safe zones across the river, but reaching it meant crossing miles of infected streets. They armed themselves with whatever they could find: pipes, a crowbar, a rusted fire axe. Each step through the darkened city felt like a lifetime. Shadows moved in alleyways, distant moans echoing. Then, the old mall. They had to go through it. The final stand. Inside, the darkness was suffocating. The once busy halls now echoed with low, guttural growls. Mia clutched Alex's arm, her breath shallow. They moved silently, each step calculated. Then it happened. A loud crash. Mia tripped over a fallen mannequin. Silence. Then the roar of the infected. They came from everywhere, eyes glowing in the dim light. Alex swung his crowbar, bones cracking. Mia fought like a cornered animal. They ran, breathless, bloodied. The exit sign, a faint promise in the distance. They made it outside, but the infected followed. Dozens, hundreds. The Bridge of Dawn. They reached the bridge, the first rays of dawn breaking the horizon. But the infected were right behind them. Alex knew they couldn't fight them all. He turned to Mia. "Run. Don't look back." She hesitated. "No, we go together." "Go." He turned, facing the oncoming horde, gripping his crowbar. The first infected lunged, and he swung. Then another, and another. He was a wall of fury, buying Mia the only thing that mattered: time. She reached the end of the bridge, tears streaming down her face. A military truck screeched to a halt, soldiers pulling her to safety. She looked back one last time. Alex was gone, but he had won. The city burned behind her, the infected still moaning in the dawn light. But Mia knew this wasn't the end. The infection was spreading. Deadwood was just the beginning. Humanity's last stand had just begun.